Hi there, dear Virgo. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome, welcome. We're here for you, dear Virgo, Virgo. We're here with your December reading. Of course, energy is fluid, so it may permeate a little bit before, a little after exactly December hits on the 1st and ends out with the 31st. So, if you say in this way, I feel guided to come back to this reading in a few months, then you might find that there are things that definitely might resonate in a different way at that point in time. And it's, time is an illusion, space is an illusion. So, energy just kind of flows. And so flow with that energy, flow with the emotion also that maybe comes up for review around this time is what I'm hearing as well. And for a number of you, it maybe comes down to timing, not putting too much pressure on making something also make sense at a time that you feel just like intuitively you're like, I just don't think I'm gonna make it what it needs to mean. I'm hearing as well for me right here right now. Now I don't know what that's doing for everyone, but Virgo, I'm hearing Taurus so strongly. I was meditating your energy, and oh boy, Virgo, like you are in another dimension here, like of your transformation. I'm hearing of your life. There is a complete breath of fresh air. Okay, and maybe for a number of you, it's an epiphany. It's a realization. It's really, really beautiful. Now, before we get into it, just note that this is a channeled message in addition to a tarot reading. We will be using cards and possibly a few different decks here. The children's spirit animal deck, which is such a beautiful deck, so cute. I just love that deck, and the Weldon one, which we've been using for a few years now. Okay, so thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for connecting to you yet again. And quick note here, we are channeling yet again, so if it goes by a little quickly, just know that I'm managing the energy space in a certain way. I was saying, that there is a lot coming through. It's almost like, having like a lot of people talking at the same time, so I'm trying to channel those messages here to you, and in the way, that I can, and sometimes the way that the energy is also channeled, absolutely, obviously, as I see it, is a reflection, and I always take it as you will, but is a reflection, absolutely it is. The guides want to confirm that it is a reflection of the energy itself. So in other words, there is a lot here that also is possibly coming up for review here for you, Leo. I'm hearing Leo, Aries so strongly. I'm hearing Colorado very strongly as well. I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm hearing call me back, call me. Somebody wants someone to like reach out to them. I'm hearing that as well. Let's clear it. Now, Virgo, I was meditating on your energy, and again, welcome. If you want to slow the speed down as well, if it's going on by too quickly and you want to slow it down, you can by clicking the little gear at the base of the reading. Now, let's clear the energy and ground. I'm hearing Leo again very strongly. Some of you got a Leo who wants to get in touch with you, big time. Some of you are possibly a Leo cross-watching for Virgo, and someone's like thinking, they're like, should I call them back? Should I get back in touch with them? I'm seeing turquoise here. Okay, I'm hearing aquamarine. I'm hearing that as well. Okay, but let me tell you, Virgo, you're in a good place right now. Okay. To the cross-watchers watching the Virgo read. Yeah, don't be underestimated, Virgo, around this part of the year at least. Okay, at least. All right. Maybe you want to mess with them. I'm hearing in May. I'm hearing of not this year, obviously. I'm hearing that like somebody's like kind of, I don't want to say they're kind of let's clear it. I'm almost seeing this sensation of like hitting your wheels to someone that you're racing with. It's like, I don't know, kind of getting them also from behind, like around the bend. I don't know what that is alluding to. Like maybe someone felt like, oh, like they're just gonna kind of, they're gonna fall behind, and then they're not gonna be able to like, catch up to my pace, my speed. Yeah, it couldn't be like farther from that as the truth with the Emperor here that we're talking about. Really, like someone here possibly even underestimated. They were like, oh, they're not gonna like really, they're not gonna make sense of it. Someone like left someone with these like awkward clues. It's like, kind of making fun of. I'm hearing a certain side of their own. I'm hearing jawline that they think is chiseled. I don't know what that is alluding to. Like somebody maybe was like, oh, like 1 second. It may not be literal though. I mean, in the sense of saying they may not have actually come out and said, okay, like, I'm gonna call it that, but it's not really that. But it was more just like not addressing it clearly. For a number of you, this is something controversial, very controversial. Maybe for a number of you, it's in a public way. Like, I never came out and said, like, to Virgo that, like, I saw them like that. I'm hearing that as well. And yeah, but at a certain point, it's like, okay, Virgo, like, you definitely, I'm hearing, your version of the story. You got your facts straight. Okay, right, Virgo. You got your facts straight. There's no, like, yeah, 6 of Cups to the base of the Emperor. For now, you're very intuitive. And you just, let me just say it, Virgo, you feel what's going on here, okay? You can see them also acting in their play, with their, with the toilet paper wrapped around their shoe like that. That exact line came through. Let's clear it out in another reading. I think it was possibly the Leo December reading, possibly the Pisces, possibly the Scorpio. Okay, now let's clear and ground. Someone's like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm seeing for a number of you, you're kind of looking at someone, you're like, okay, wait, so are they 1 second, there could be a misunderstanding. Well, something is, I'm not saying somebody was like, it's not maliciously, okay? but take it as you will, with the Emperor, and this is general reading of somebody walking by with a cross gear. It's like, it's not that they wanted to, like, okay, I'm hearing masterclass, I'm hearing have mastery over their emotions like that, but it happened to be in such a way where someone was not possibly, that's really awkward. Strength upright, 4 cups in reverse, like, they were not willing to get vulnerable, and like, that became so clear. It was like, checkmate, and then it's like, show up or not show up? Do I show up tomorrow to class or not show up? It's like they kind of got caught with something here. I don't know what that's alluding to with the Emperor. And it can be, cheating themselves on a certain concept that they know is true, like, but they were like, I don't know, it's like this. Someone was like, for so long, they were like, I'm hearing God is with us. I'm hearing that with the Emperor and the Strength card, like, God is watching us. Like, they were kind of pushing someone to the side. It could actually be professionally, like, maybe it's like, oh, he was acting like he didn't really need me, like, and then it was like, all right, well, yeah, what happens when he doesn't have my number anymore and really know the name that he thought he knew, like, also how to spell out, like, I'm a new person, baby, I'm hearing that as well, like, and I will be, I'm hearing bait her, I'm hearing that the Strength on the Emperor, it could be financially, where even a company hired someone and they were not treating them right, they just were not acknowledging the truth of the matter. Someone here was holding the business up, like, almost alone. We're going to say that for a number of you, like, that is really the case, and you know it, 5 swords. It was like, maybe a number of people in the environment even, like, called it out. They were like, hey, you were here, like, wait, you were here since Monday, what the heck, wait. It's like a number of people, they're like, looking at each other, like, it could be a specific message. Like, let's clear it. They come into work, they're like, wait, weren't you here, like, also in May of 2009? What are you still doing here? It's like, I'm seeing green grass, lowing mon. I'm hearing, come on, Mon. I'm hearing that as well. Come on, Mom. I'm hearing that as well. This person's like, okay, wait, no, why are you still here? They're like, well, he's my mom, he's my mother. I don't know what that is alluding to. 6 of Wands. I'm hearing, he's also like my mom, though. I'm hearing that, my mom and my man. I'm hearing that. My mom, though. I'm hearing that so specifically. But we started on the basis of lawn. So maybe for a number of you work with this person, and then it ended up being kind of like, I'm also his sister, and like, we're also like supposed to see each other on Sunday. I gotta go by. It's like, I don't know what that was alluding to, but maybe it just got out of control, out of hand. Yeah, cheer in reverse, but they weren't acknowledging it. 10 of Cups in reverse. The Moon upright. Yeah, no, there is some what? You said you're gonna do what? I'm hearing Leo here so strongly with the Strength card. Like, somebody maybe called something out and was like, I'm gonna go here on Sunday, bye, and it's like, excuse me, wait, hold on, come back, like, what? This person maybe was like kind of running off a little bit here with the Moon upright, Chair in reverse, and a Cubs in reverse. Like, who do you think you are? I'm hearing that as well. Like, you literally are acting like we're not in the Sotheby's commercial that we both introed this, I'm hearing this gated community message out with. I don't know what, somebody's like stepping out of a space. They're acting independent. I'm hearing that as well, when there is definitely some kind of contract here, and it can be emotionally. Okay, it's like you're not acknowledging what we have here. I'm hearing that as well. Now, that's not me talking, okay, Libra, I'm hearing that very strongly. Libra's like, oh my god, like, oh my god, like, okay, I don't know what that's alluding to, but Libra, you can have a seat now. I'm really, you can calm down. It's not about you, it's about Leo and Aries. I'm hearing that, like, specifically, but I'm hearing Taurus has a few things to say as well from time to time in relation to this space. It can actually be a procession, but we've also got, I'm hearing a surprise coming, and it's Virgo. It's Virgo's talk, actually, is what we're really gonna, we're here for that, okay? We want to hear Virgo talk now. I'm hearing that with the Strength card. Like, Virgo needs to stand up. I'm hearing that as well with the Emperor, right? And the Strength card. Let's clear it. Let's get a children's animal card for you, Virgo. I'm hearing that specifically. Damn, Virgo, people, like, they need to know. I'm hearing also, like, why you're still here. I'm hearing that they're like, this could be your friends. Virgo, yo, they're like, why are you still also with him? Why are you still with them? Why are you still working for that company? They're obviously not paying you right. I'm hearing that as well. Like, and it's not for everyone, take it as you will. It could be, how maybe some people see it. So the Horse here, trust your feelings. I've seen someone who's like, kind of, every time they would talk about it, they like skirt around the issue. They'd be like, well, I gotta go now. I'm hearing that. Okay, Lizard in reverse, Dream in reverse. I'm hearing Virgo, come back here. And it could be, okay, another company. We're gonna say it like that. They want to hire you, baby. And it's like, I don't want to say you're sabotaging this opportunity, but it is a little bit like, well, I kind of have, my hands in my hair with this other coming over there, we're kind of having like it's like, are you really fully employed? Like, are you happy there? Are you like doing what you need to be doing? Are you like, yeah, you really got your needs met and everything? And it's like, I'm seeing like so many possible, I don't say they were in denial, but there was definitely, I'm hearing a good sink or swim test there, and woo, we said, I don't think we're ready for this one. Okay, like they don't want to call it out. They don't want to say like, it's on or it's off. I'm hearing that as well. And take it as you will. This is a general reading. It's a general message or a number of messages coming through, and it's, you know, channel in the way that you feel that it is relevant to you possibly, and always take it as you will at the time that you feel guided to take it in that way. Lion here, either ask for what you want. It comes down to possibly for a number of you some sort of legal conversation that needs to be had. For a number of you, it's like, I'm seeing someone didn't want to put pressure on some space, like, I don't want to say that it's this or that, I don't want to say that it's like on or off, and then it's like, here comes the day where someone else is wanting that confirmation, that commitment, that you know, that conversation around that commitment concept I'm hearing as well. And what are you gonna do at that point, Virgo, right? So it's like, you know, are we gonna hang out in the I'm hearing in the lane that we don't really want to ride off in? Like, I know this is not really my lane. Why am I still in this lane? I eventually have to make a right. Gotta hang out. I'm hearing in another part of town. I'm hearing that eventually as well, and I know that intuitively. So what am I doing here? Let's clear. This is something where you feel like it is your. Here's your energy, your time, okay, that is going towards something. The question at the end of it, you gotta like really put the brakes on here for like a hot second and be like, hey, is this really what I have in mind for my future, for myself, on a personal level with myself, okay? Because there is a cycle here. For a number of you, I would not be surprised to know that you got a lot of Pisces in your chart. A lot of Libra, I'm hearing that as well. Possibly some Leo. For a number of you, there is this like feeling of, I'm committed to this. They're depending on me. Okay, but are they paying you right? I'm hearing that this is like, for a number of you, do you feel like you are being acknowledged, okay? Like you should be in that space? Because that is, now for a number of you, we're paying attention to the finer details. Well, he hit me on Monday in the face. Wait, I'm sorry, he what? Yeah, he hit me in the forehead. In the forehead. With what? With a formal notice? He said, I gotta talk to you on Friday actually about this. Okay, and then what? Okay, so let's keep talking. What happened then? Then, like, so Friday rolled around, and he said, I'm like, I'm fried. I'm really tired. Can I talk to you, like, maybe next week? It's like, yeah, sure. Okay, so then what happened, Virgo? I'm hearing he said that he was not ready yet to have that conversation. He basically went in a roundabout way. I'm hearing, I'm so sorry. Okay, put the French fry down. Really, your friend takes a French fry out of your hand. They put it down on the table. You need to leave. I'm hearing this dust bunny. I'm hearing to rest. R.I.P. dust bunny. Under the carpet, please. I'm hearing, it's not your job to get all up also into. I'm hearing the junk in their trunk and say, hey, I think you need to, like, make money with this. Somebody's, like, trying to get someone's life going for them. This is another person stepping in saying, I really don't think that is, like, appropriate. I'm hearing that as well. And it could be, you know, you with yourself being like, hey, need to have an intervention here for a second. This is not my life. I'm hearing that as well. And I am basically taking it on as if it's like, they're also acknowledging the fact that I'm doing that. Ooh, so yeah, and they're not. Death card in reverse. They're actually ignoring me. I'm hearing this for a number of you, like, from time to time. You feel completely, that's how you'll know what this is. You feel completely unappreciated in this space. And that is such a strong, dramatic, obvious feeling in relation to maybe sometimes they will roll through and be like, hey, you're so sweet. Thank you for holding my pencil. Okay. It's heavy, isn't it? Maybe they like kind of make fun of it. They don't appreciate. They just don't appreciate. You weren't holding up the pencil, Virgo. I'm hearing you were holding up their life, and you know it, by the strings. And you know what, they were attached, and you know there were maybe some manipulative tactics here a little bit. I don't want to say that, but like, you know, ways of saying it could be an employer where, yeah, I mean, there will be companies who come through, they'll roll through and kind of act like that, like, oh, like, yeah, you're doing an okay job, because they don't want to pay you. And we got to make that really clear. There's not, you know, not everybody is going to be in that place with themselves to be honest with others, because they have that fear of, well, if I'm honest with them about them, then what does that mean with me about me? So it's like, you know, that doesn't have to become your problem. It's not your problem, Virgo. I'm hearing Aries, okay? Like if also somebody has not grown up yet to actualize, to be able to communicate what they really feel. And maybe you're like, but I know they feel it. I know they appreciate me, but they're not communicating it. And that is the issue here with the Death card in reverse. That needs to be acknowledged. So maybe someone has been avoiding communicating that, okay? Where they say, hey, I feel like you're not like accenting on the really important emotional needs that we both have as well. And what are those? And let's talk about that. And they're kind of skirting around that, and maybe for a number of you, you're like, it's time for me to talk about that. I'm hearing table for two, please. I'm hearing that's what maybe four. It depends. If I'm with someone new, by that time, and I want to write up with company. I'm hearing that like specifically with another company. I'm hearing that as well. So it says, Coyote, learn from your mistakes. No, somebody freezes. Look at this. Look at this card. It's so beautiful. This little coyote. I'm saying this coyote like stops in the prairie. It's just this moment. It's even that feeling of like a train that just suddenly kind of, it like comes to that rolling kind of sudden but like jolty sort of vibrating halt. Okay, almost like a Polar Express vibe here that I'm feeling like I'm hearing with the truck as well. Something just like is brought to a halt here. But it's a realization, okay, that you owe it to yourself. Okay, you have a realization here, maybe even like you recognize something, okay, it's like, I can't believe that I'm actually letting this happen. I'm hearing that like specifically with the coyote and the dolphin and the cooperate with others. This energy came through very strongly, and the Taurus read very, very strongly. So if you do feel guided, feel free to jump onto that reading. But for a number of you as well, the Aries reading, this energy came through very strongly there. But it's like, it gets ridiculous to a certain point. I'm hearing not really like, maybe at a certain point you're like, well, they're not admitting it. And it's like, that was the issue. And then then you realize, well, it's not about them actually, it's about me. Why am I accepting this type of behavior? I'm hearing that as well. That is the point that I'm at right now. I'm hearing that as well with like, why it's a problem altogether. So maybe the question was, well, but maybe it's just, they got a problem and they got to solve it. And like, I'm just waiting for them to like get on the right bus and meet me here. Like, at a certain point you realize it's my problem if I'm waiting for someone else to become my problem. I heard that as well, like, and realize that as well. Yeah, like really, like, they're not even realizing like what they are offering me. I'm hearing that like maybe this is actually a business that's offers something. It's embarrassing. They're offering you like a cherry, comma stem. It's a stem of a cherry. They're like, they intro it with like, it's a cherry. It's a cherry. Okay, get ready now. Stem. Okay, it's not a fucking cherry. It's at least not a cherry yet. So maybe there's a promise. There's a promise here. It's like somehow lingering in the air. It's not being met with like actual backup. I'm hearing also like promises here with the death card. Like someone's like, okay, so we're promising a cherry to one another. Okay, so how are we going to accomplish that? And like right then when you're asking those real nitty gritty little questions of, okay, so you're promising that, so how are we going to do it? It's like they kind of don't know anymore how to. I'm hearing, bring it back now, y'all. Boom. They like kind of forget about what they said. Let's clear. They kind of like don't want to go back to that notice. I'm hearing as well that they left you, that you left them. It's like they kind of just drop off the conversation. Like, hey, I'm hearing that specifically. Where the hell did you go? I'm hearing that as well. Maybe they just kind of disappeared. It's like this. I'm hearing somebody asks someone a question, right? Well, I'm hearing it's like frogs in a pond. And how they teach each other to say, I'm hearing ow. I'm hearing ouch. I'm hearing ow, ouch. I'm hearing the spider bit me. I don't know what, I'm hearing Homer. I don't know what that's like. This could be a particular message, maybe something symbolic. But anyways, I'm hearing, okay, now I'm here, take your eyes off my lily pad. I'm hearing that, let's clear that, okay? Let's clear that. But for a number of years, like, you ask someone a question, right? They like, maybe they are like, I have somewhere to go. I'm hearing that specifically. So they're like, we'll talk about it later. They never hit you back up about that conversation that you were having. So they basically just let it go. And it's like, hey, no, so why did you do that? Why did you just let it go and not actually have enough even decency to tell me that you didn't want to talk about it, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, why are we not actually bringing the conversation out of the bathroom stall? I'm hearing that as well, like, and talking about this in an official way. Maybe someone doesn't want to acknowledge something in a public way, and well, that's a really big problem, right? Because why would we be one person in one context and another person in another context? There's a little bit of discrepancy there, right? So I don't want to be the one dealing with your disaster down the line when you realize you cannot fit these two puzzle pieces together. Okay, so make a choice. What direction are you moving in your life? Is it up or is it down? Is it left? Is it right? Is it yes? Is it no? Is it I'm sorry, I gotta snore? Is it like, no, I'm ready, I'm to get up, I'm ready? Like, where are you at with that? I'm hearing that with the death card, and I cannot sit in the trunk anymore and act like, I'm the junk in it that I need to clean up. Yeah, like, so your problems are becoming my problems, and that's not gonna happen. So maybe someone is at that point. Let's clear it. They're like, I'm not gonna let it get to that point where I am giving myself reasons for why I should stick around here. I'm hearing that as well, and deal with what honestly is your I'm hearing, should I stay or should I go? I'm hearing that song. I'm hearing Your shirt. I'm hearing in the way it's tailored. Interesting, yeah. Nine of Cups in reverse. Somebody's like even an assistant to somebody. I'm hearing broad shoulders, person very attractive, whatever it is. They have this like, you know, I'm hearing this master's degree. I'm hearing as well, sort of, I'm hearing mention that they make every now and then. They're like, well, you know, at Harvard. I mean, that like, okay, so Mother of Swords in reverse, like, okay. I mean, maybe we could just put like an H period. We don't need to say Harvard every time, you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing that. Let's clear it. Mother of Swords in reverse, like, I don't know why you would have to get all sticky with the Mr. and Mrs. thing. I'm hearing that as well. Like, somebody keeps reminding someone like, well, I used to date so-and-so, and it's like, okay, so who are you? Not who you used to date, okay? But like, who are you in relation to who you are? I don't need to hear about the whole thing that went down. I'm hearing as well. Back in, I'm hearing ba-da-ba-ba-ba September. Like, that's not my problem. I'm hearing that specifically. So maybe someone also feels just intuitively someone's past is obviously impeding upon the possible connection that they could have had with a Hierophant and the Judgment Card. Now, for a number of you, it is very sweet because there is a very, 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 very exciting door here in relation to the room that you've been in, Virgo. Never ever has the door ever before looked so big. I'm hearing that as well. So beautiful. I'm hearing as well. That kind of door where you're just like, oh, it's beautiful just looking at it. I'm so curious. I really want to know. What does it look like? Okay. Behind the door, like, I just want to see, like, if this is what it looks like from this vantage point. I just also want to touch it. I want to touch the door. I want to touch the knob. Maybe kind of open it. I don't know. Yeah, I do. I'm hearing this for a number of you. Like, you are ready, maybe for a number of you, to say, hey, I'm hearing, so won't you stay with me? But that's what you have. I'm hearing ears for, but not eyes to see. I'm hearing when you've already left me. Wow, very interesting. Okay, so 1 second. Somebody definitely is like, look, I am going to leave the bunny. I'm hearing under the covers. I'm seeing someone even leave someone a voicemail. They're like, hey, it's me. I'm just bringing like my things over. Yeah, I just want to say, hey, like, I am in love with also another soulmate. I'm hearing that with the Hierophant. I'm sorry. No, I'm hearing Shrek. You should have made a move sooner. Like, why did you not do that? And it could be the soulmate of you with you, where you say I'm in love with myself so much to say that this appropriate behavior that you call out is not appropriate actually for me. Okay? It's enough for me to get to that point to say, hey, like, I don't accept that, and I just don't, and that's just what it is. Like, there's no negotiating that with the Hierophant upright and the Five of Pentacles upright. Okay, let's clear it for Wands. Somebody feels like they're at that point. So they leave this person this voicemail. They're like, yeah, I think like you kind of, I think like you're learning a few things here. I'm hearing that the Devil coming through at the base of the Hierophant. For a number of you, this might be a little bit of like a bluff, like a little bit of ultimatum. So it's like, I'm gonna just like pretty much like act like I'm no longer available for that kind of behavior, and like if he sees the light, then he sees the light, but like I'm gonna be motioning, moving through. It's almost like with the dog who refuses to follow the walker. I'm hearing that as well, like and then it's like the person just like they unhinge the leash from the collar. Let's clear it around. They're like, yeah, so bye, goodbye, lady. I'm hearing that like specifically. I'm hearing lady in red. This look at the Devil looking off, kind of like pretending like, you know, well, they're kind of like mesmerized, like, yeah, okay. Let's see, it could, you know, if you're really like not interested, like we'll be able to tell very quickly right now. So I'm gonna just kind of like, goodbye. I'm hearing goodbye, my lover. I'm hearing that specifically. Goodbye, my friend. Maybe they even like leave him with a little song, a little message. Hey, goodbye, it's me, but not for long. Okay, not much longer. Will you hear from me also from this number? Maybe someone had someone's like private personal number. It's like, yeah, no longer. Like, I'm changing my number. I'm hearing that as well with the Hangman. Possibly for a number of you. In the Mother of Cups in reverse, Devil upright. It's like, wait, what? I'm hearing that like specifically. There is a pang of fear here that the Devil feels. When they hear the bell, they know the bell that rings for this person coming home. They also know the sound of the bell for when this person's leaving. I'm hearing that specifically. They're like, wait, are they? Let's clear it. Whoa, somebody else rides up. Yep, And it's just as simple as that, because that's how the universe works, right? When we are not taking hold of an experience and saying, yes, I own this, yes, I appreciate this, the universe will release it, right? It will say, okay, so if that is so-called not resonant with you, at least at this time, then we will accommodate it with a resonance factor that does appreciate, I'm hearing its name, with the Hangman. So for a number of you, there was an experience that someone was not appreciating. And maybe in their heart of hearts, they said, I love this person, but they just didn't come to themselves to show it, okay? To show up with that feeling. And at that point, I'm hearing Leo Libra. I'm hearing 1111 is no longer a portal that brings us back. I'm hearing to pretend like this was what we, I'm hearing what we made, I'm hearing love for. Wow, let's clear the no. Someone else shows up. Okay, so let's say it in this way. If somebody like also felt like somebody wasn't treating them right? And they were like, yeah, like they're going round. It's like, let's clear it. Like at a certain point, like if you're not going to acknowledge this energy and you're not going to also reflect it and mirror it, then I'm going to also meet someone new. I'm hearing that who will, because that's my new also value of at least vibration, where I say, I want to feel like you feel me back. I don't need to sit here and like feel like you're ignoring me. I'm hearing that as well. Even if it is like, oh, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just kind of busy. It's like, but at the end of that, I'm feeling ignored. So if that is what's happening, I don't have to feel that way. And I realize that the universe is vast enough, magical enough to bring me to the point of resonating with my life in that way where I say everything in my life resonates with me and I resonate with it. So whatever sits outside of that space and that dimension, even if it is as hope, I obliterate. I say I don't need to look at my life any differently. In other words, somebody felt like I was trying to make him see the light, trying to make him get it, trying to make him understand that like we also are meant to be like to also get to this next level. And it's like this could be also a venture capital firm who was not getting your idea. And you know what? It's like, sorry. I'm hearing blat. I'm hearing bladder. I'm hearing that very strongly. Bladder. I don't know. Somebody just like wasn't getting it. They weren't getting the idea. Whatever it is. This very strongly came through in the Taurus read. It's like, okay. I'm hearing like really like that. Like at a certain point, you don't get it. At least in the way of saying that you get it. And that's enough as well. At a certain point, you make peace with Virgo, the fact that somebody is not ready to acknowledge maybe what they know. And that's their problem, right? Maybe it's not even a problem. Maybe it's just their past, I'm hearing as well, playing over and over and over. It's a pattern, in other words. It's not up to you to break it, right? People have to come to the realizations, okay, on their own. Otherwise, they didn't realize it, right? You did. So for a number of you, you're not going to learn the lesson for another. I'm hearing that as well. Maybe that's what you feel, you realize, okay. And remember, I'm just channeling what's coming through. So these are not like absolute so-called, this is the, maybe this is what someone's telling you. So for a number of you, you're telling someone, look, you don't have to agree with me, but I'm at that point where I say, I want to know what love is. Yeah, I want to know what love is, and I want it to be romantic. I'm hearing that as well with the Hangman. I'm not here to just kind of feel like fried chicken and that you just kind of like flip me up on my back and like hit my thigh and slap my ass. I'm hearing that as well. No, it really is also possibly a physical thing for a number of you where you feel like they're just kind of using me. Like, I don't feel like good about also like those interactions at the end of them. I don't feel like you're really appreciating my physicality, I'm hearing here as well. In my physical presence, I'm hearing about presence. You don't see it in that way. You're kind of just pretending like we're in love. I'm hearing that as well, even though I know that you're really in love. But me knowing it is not enough for you knowing it. You have to know it in the way where you say, I know it. Enough as well, with enough faith, I'm hearing that with the devil, to know that it is true for me. For a number of you, you're dealing with somebody, it is unfortunate, maybe they are really, there's a lot of pattern behavior here, and it is karmic for a number of you possibly, where there was a very intense past life that was program, where it was like, you cannot say what you really feel, and that should not become your past. I'm hearing that as well. That becomes your present. That becomes then your future, and it's like, no, then you realize I'm living in their cycle. So let's clear it, yeah, with the Death card upright, and for a number of you, it is a disaster. I'm hearing kind of waiting to happen in a certain way with the Eight of Pentacles upright. Absolutely, because listen, well, it has to be, right? They have to get to that disaster point when they realize for themselves that the chandelier is going to fall. If that's their source of light, the chandelier and how beautiful it is, that's not the point. It is actually the inspiration that they live their life with that is the light for them. Okay, not for a number of you this like material sort of manifestation. I'm hearing a movie scene that they're acting in. I'm hearing that as well with the devil and the Five Pentacles and the death card. Somebody's clearly unhappy. They're clear for a number of you, it's their job. Maybe they're just totally like, they're got this whole like I'm independent thing going on, and like they're just focused on their personal sort of life so-called, and it's like they act like they don't need anyone. I'm hearing with the devil, like they're really possibly even famous. They got a little bit of a thing going on here with the Eight of Pentacles and the devil and the, you know, but blah blah blah. But you know, at a certain point it's like they're not happy, obviously. Okay, who wants to feel alone in their life? I'm hearing that as well, just surrounded by things. I'm hearing that. Okay, this person at the heart of their heart, they feel actually abandoned. And that is the sad part here with the Eight of Wands mirroring. Okay, mirroring the Eight of Pentacles is that there is not a single person as well that they feel they can trust. And that includes themselves at certain points in time where they're like, I don't know if I could trust also what I feel. So for a number of you, you are dealing with somebody possibly who has so much earth energy in their chart. So much, for a number of you, Saturn contacts. They're very Saturnian, okay? Having a loving relationship where the person has not embraced that energy space in their own being, that will be a depressive element when it comes to the space of potential of what can we create. That's not to say that Saturn is a negative energy force and what is negative, but to say, you know, well, in a way it can be, right? It's a space of also, well, it could be kind of avoidant, but it's contracting, right? As a force, Saturn is a contracting energy. It's where it sort of also sets boundaries upon, you know, this otherwise expansive sort of Jupiterian energy space of potential, right? Dreaming, okay, possibility, generosity, extending, passion, right? And that expressive space, we really see this sort of, well, let's let that go, almost like sacrificing here with the devil, it's clear. But this comes down to, for a number of you, you're dealing with somebody who, it's the trouble of faith. And it can be religious. They're stuck in this story that they don't even know how to tell on their own. They have to like depend on other people. Like, wait, so what does scripture say about that? It's like, that is sad. Okay? If that's what you want to say to me in place of I love you. Okay, like if that's your story, no, really, like it gets to that point. Somebody is like, if that's your story, if you have to have them here as well to tell your story for you in relation to us, you don't love me. I'm hearing you loved, I'm hearing your life, I'm hearing when it was here, I'm hearing between us, but now we lost it. For a number of you, this is possibly even someone who you had like a very significant moment of truth with in some way. You were like, I see through you, like I see us, like I see the potential, and then it like changed. It's like they changed somehow. They became like a different person. They became like a different problem. I'm hearing as well. They're like, I got like so many problems. Sorry, I'm not here right now. I can't tend to that. Can't tend to this. And they suddenly became so complicated. I'm hearing that as well on Facebook. It's not like I'm complicated on Facebook. It's like I'm so complicated on Facebook. They have like multiple Facebooks. I'm hearing that as well for a number of you. And they got like different, you know, relationship statuses on every one of them. I'm hearing that as well. That could be a metaphor. Okay, symbolic. But at a certain point, I'm hearing Leo, Pisces, Aries. Someone is done. They're done, and they can't do it anymore. I'm hearing the Tower, the base of the Sun of Pentacles. I'm sorry, like, tailgating is not my thing. I'm not gonna be on your ass trying to get you to also ask me out. I'm here on a date, a proper date. Seven of Swords in reverse. I'm gonna assume that you have things that you cannot tell me, and that you cannot clean. I'm hearing also your act up with. That's what I'm going to assume. So I'm going to step out of the space, and if you eventually come to terms with who you are, I'm mirroring it in this way. You know who I am, right? At this point, because I've always been real with you. So at this point, it comes down to you and how you want to be, who you are, to you, for you first. Goodbye. I'm hearing it in that way with the Hangman. Upright, Seven of Swords in reverse, Tower, anchoring the spread. Like, you will have the light. I'm hearing also shown on you eventually. Somebody like makes peace with this experience. They're like, it will be like what it is, like, and I, you know, they do wish them light. I'm hearing that with the Hangman. Like, I do hope that eventually you do find like your future in I'm hearing in less than a faded I'm hearing image. I'm seeing a portrait that was taken as like faded. This person's living through their past, like in some, I'm hearing it just again this way. They're like looking at old photos of themselves, like, this is who I was so cool. I'm hearing that with the devil, it's clear. It's like you need to get out of the march and the band and all that. I'm hearing that with the devil, let's clear it. Okay, now, but for a number of you, I'm hearing Virgo, you know, it gets to the point as well with the devil where this could be an ultimatum. I will also say that yet again because, you know, this is like someone possibly saying, hey, like, kind of giving that impression, like, if you're not going to want to work on this with me, I will be taking my vacation too. With the Empress, like, oh, you're on vacation now? Okay, oh, sorry, I'm also on vacation now. Like, I will be playing that game of chess with you. Like, don't be thinking I'm just going to be watching you play it. Like, you know, maybe from a spiritual perspective standpoint with yourself. So it's like maybe someone sees, hey, from spiritual perspective, it's not fair for me, it's not right of me to not say something about this as well, to, hey, step in and say, not maybe directly, but I'm saying it's more of an indirect approach with the hangman taken here with the devil. It's like, I'm going to show that even on an energetic level, I'm going to put my boundaries up and say, hey, I'm not available for this, okay? So if you want to work on, I'm hearing area 29, this was like, I'm doing my homework right now. It's like, okay, so you're gonna do your homework. Okay, so if that is like your take-home message as well, maybe they feel like this person's actively sabotaging the connection. I'm hearing that as well. They're like, so you're saying that it's about your homework now? Okay, let's clear it. So yeah, it just becomes very clear. So I'm not gonna hold your hand. I'm just not. No. I'm not gonna be also, like, I'm hearing your maid. I'm hearing that. Well, we got a lot of things. Okay, on this list. Yeah, I'm also not gonna be, I'm hearing your maid of honor. I'm hearing that, so don't call me up for that either. I'm hearing that. Like, when you're in a new, I'm hearing man's, I'm hearing tailbone. I don't know what this is going to. Anyways. And I'm also not gonna be, I'm hearing your man. I'm hearing period. It's just not for me. I'm hearing that daughter one's reverse. This person inverts, they undo, they unravel the envelope, but it's not by way of opening it, like with the opening part. They take the envelope like this and they just undo it. I'm hearing from the seams of it. I'm seeing someone undoing an envelope from the seams. It's very interesting. Let's clear it. They're like, you will be vacationing here. Here are your last few tickets. They like print a few tickets out. They're like, they put it on this person's desk. Like, so maybe they were like secretary or something. They're like, yeah, so these are your, they're like looking at each other. They're like, no way, you're really doing this? I'm hearing that like specifically. They have a moment where they're looking at each other. They're realizing where this is leading. I'm hearing, oh God, wait, no. You love me. I'm hearing that specifically with the death card. You would never leave me. I'm hearing that as well with the devil mirror and the death card. They thought they had this person in a gated community complex. I'm hearing a connection here where they were like, you are here but you're not here in the conversation, la 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 la. Da, 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 da. Hey Margaret, can you just play that little tune? Yeah, she usually responds well to that. Just play the little da, 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 at the end of that message. Okay, perfect. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, thank you, Margaret, you're lovely. I'm really like in that way, like, what? Okay, so maybe for a number of you, like, this is someone who was kind of ringing someone around, like, you know, they're trying to like satiate their so-called like needs, but not in the way that they really need them. Out here with the hangman here in the double. Yeah, it's funny because the hangman's a hangman. Come on now, Pisces energy. Yeah, Neptune, okay, Jupiter, 12th house energy. We went through the whole zodiac, baby, to get to that point, right? With the devil here, the Capricorn energy, this is the 10th house energy, Saturn energy. We're still learning those lessons related to time and space in the 10th house. No judgment, but like, you know, we all have that energy. But you know, it's just ironic at a certain point because the hangman says, you think you're gonna satisfy me with the devil? I do need a vacation. I mean, like, specifically, I'm sorry. Is that, I'm hearing human? Is that you? I'm like, Hubert? Hubert, I'm hearing, he does have a drum roll. I don't know where it's leading, but it's definitely, I hear it. I'm hearing that like for a number, like I think he has a point with that. He must be joking. I'm hearing that as well. I'm hearing the gods must be crazy. I'm hearing that as well. Oh God, okay. So, in other words, somebody does see the truth of the situation as well, and they see where this person's at in terms of solving the equation with them, and it's like, so he thinks he's gonna also try and like, you know, kind of wiggle in between the lines and think that I don't know how to read between the lines. I know how to read between the lines, and I see when you're wiggling in between the lines. You know, trying to make it also like seem funny, like, hee, I'm just here in between the lines. Don't need to look at me right now. Look at me tomorrow, not today. It's like, okay, yeah, we got you, no problem. Let's clear it. Like, we don't need to like also say that it's okay just because you're good looking. I mean that as well while you do it with the devil upright. Like somebody feels like they could also just get by with their like, I'm hearing machismo with their charming energy here with the devil. It's like with the death card, and that it may not actually be like physically, but it's just something on an energetic level. Like they kind of just, they feel like they can like, I'm hearing sort of just dance and like move everything while they dance. Like it's like, yeah, I'm kind of not really like, they're just swimming in the interaction almost. And it's like, okay, so like you're kind of just possibly, again, for a number you playing kind of like also hard to get. Let's clear it. I'm here, sway with me, sway with me. They're kind of like, they got that romantic energy, but like that they don't associate with themselves, if that makes sense. It's like, I'm romantic, but like I'm not gonna be romantic. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, like I am that. It's like they even hype it up on their social media. They seem all like romantic. It's like, you're not fucking romantic when you behave like that. That's for sure. Okay. I'm hearing braid my hair. If you want to be romantic, fucking call me freaking, you know, Juliet maybe, like Rapunzel, like maybe drop a few lines, a few words that show me that you appreciate me also in that way. It's like, don't assume that like just because you kind of have this complex, I'm hearing as well, that I'm hearing that tells you that you're also good looking, that, you know, it is good looking when you act like that. I'm hearing that like, I don't know, like it's really like that. Okay, so somebody here possibly feels like they're not attracted to this behavior anymore. Okay, the fact that this is the way that also they're shaping the connection, and it's not even just like them acting in a certain way, attractive or not. It's about how they're handling the situation altogether. That it's just, it gets to a point where it's just like, this is so unattractive, like, and it's really like that. Maybe somebody feels like they're not adding up to their words as well. They say one thing, but they act another way. Okay, for number this was something online, like you were looking at this person's profile. I'm hearing Squarespace so strongly. It's like, yeah, he sent me like, I'm hearing a little hat emoji or something like that. I'm seeing a dove. It's like he sent me like a, he doesn't even have like a hand to offer it, but you know, to me, and it's like he doesn't even hold my hand like, let's clear. He doesn't even like hold his hand out. Now, for a number of you, this person's typing all the time with typos, or like there's something about shorthand. They're like, LOL, I'm hearing that with the devil, like in the Fool. They suddenly now, they have like only 2 letters in their vocabulary, and they make like all the words with those 2 letters. They put like emojis in between all of them. It's like, hey, do you know how to like type or not? It's not, at this point, it's not like to be or not to be. We obviously are not going to get like to that level of romanticism with this, but it's more like to type or not to type at all. Like, it seems like you don't want to type, so maybe just stop typing. I'm hearing that with the devil upright, like in the Hangman. Like, you could just stop pretending like you are prioritizing our conversation as well. No, really, like, I gave you like free reign to just stop right there. I'm hearing that like specifically. Talk to yourself instead, because I don't really talk about, I'm hearing also like much when we're talking together. Ooh boy. So, you know what? So I'm hearing Leo, strength card. This is somebody maybe in the family or someone who's looking in. They're like, yeah. Oh god, she's calling it out. I'm hearing that with the strength card and the devil. It could be their own energy. Absolutely. They're like, oh boy, yeah. I'm hearing she's a cheater. What in the world? I'm hearing that with the Hangman and the devil. 1 second. Somebody is like, she's positioning me. Okay, 1 second. Let's clear it. So this person is a control thing. They do not want to be controlled. That's something you got to realize here with the devil and the death card. But it's partly because they feel like, even if it is a matter of saying, well, I want to help you, right? It's like, they want to own even their problems. They don't want anyone to help them even with their problems. That's that point that we see with the devil. It's at that level with the devil, okay? And the death card, it's like, it's not about saying, oh my god, like, I want to help you, and then it's like, oh my god, yeah, I want you to help me. It's like, they feel like somehow, I'm hearing, entitled, wow, 1 second, to their madness. I don't know what that's alluding to, but I'm hearing, 1 second, I'm hearing, yeah, he doesn't message me back. I'm hearing the devil, 1 second. They feel indebted as well. This could be, I'm hearing a spiral. I'm hearing that with the devil and the death card, but I'm hearing karmic. Definitely. This is something that runs in the family, possibly even. It can be a behavioral trait. It can be actually related to their, something related to their temperament, actually, with the devil and the death card. But it is also definitely, for a number of you, something karmic, historical, related to family, even, maybe even to a certain degree, like culture, religion. I'm hearing, well, there's history here with the devil and the death card, something very challenging to let go of, and it is maybe something of the programming, like the way they were brought up, like that is somehow ingrained. They got to get through that alone. Okay, so This is not about the hangman offering a helping hand and being like, hey, I see you're like down there, can I help you up? Like, they wanna swim with the sharks, baby. They wanna see what is like even I'm hearing under that. Wait, one second. Let's clear it. Oh god, that is exhausting with the double. Let's clear it. Oh, the devil and the hangman. Somebody's like, at a certain point, I'm sorry. Sweetheart, I'm hearing sweetie with the hangman and the devil. Like, the hangman's like, it becomes kind of silly for the hangman to stick around for this. Like, just come on. Can we just be honest already? She's got the Empress up top, her, with the hangman, right? And the Empress up top, right next to the devil. They're wedging the Empress. The Empress is mirroring the death card. There is, I'll say, a fair side of possibly a little bit of this manipulation of energy on both ends. We'll say that. Let's clear it. And at the end of the day, if they find themselves in a certain circumstance, there is a point of attraction there into what, right? So we have to ask that with the devil and the hangman, possibly some sort of shadow element, shadow work. But you have the Empress definitely a past life here, no question. Okay, like, that's for sure. I think that's pretty obvious. With the devil here and the Empress and the hangman, like, oh, there's not random. It's not like, I found him, like, on Friday. He was, like, flirting with me. No. Father Cups in reverse. Like, I found that he was still alive. After we had that last life together, like, shoot, we're both here again. Okay. Well, but you're back. Me too. Yeah. You're here, aren't you? You are. That is really you, huh? Okay. Like, you recognize this person the minute maybe even you met them, you were like, yeah, no, here they come. There she goes. There she goes again. She is not gone. She's just like, she's going to come back again. I mean, that as well. She left just to come back again. Okay. So this is something cyclical, karmic, whatever. Now, for a number of you, yeah, but there is definitely a little bit of this embarrassing, kind of what am I doing here energy with the hangman and the Empress. Like, obviously this is not, my lesson. I'm hearing that as well, possibly. Like, maybe that's what someone thinks or feels. It's like, that's not something that I'm trying to traverse the terrain of. Why would I? It's like, I'm not interested in the toxicity I'm hearing as well that is offered by the devil, but at the end of the day, why am I feeling like I still have to like stand my ground in this space? Aha. So maybe there's a point that somebody wants to make. Now, that's very different from saying I need to fix you for you. Okay, you can say, hey, I kind of want to make the point that this is something that is toxic, and period of that sentence, and I am my own person, and I don't have to. Let's clear it. Let's clear it again. I am perfect the way I am. Yeah, so I don't need your toxicity. I'm hearing that as well. Even toxic mindset, self-talk, space to influence the way that I talk to myself. I feel my life. I'm hearing in its. I'm hearing light, shadow. One second, light. I'm hearing light form, light force. Let's call it light body. This is something. This can be with you as well, Virgo, but at a certain point, then it could be a habit that you have. You're like, I don't want to have that, like, also that kind of thought, like, running in the back of my mind, like, I need to erase. I'm hearing as well those typos. I'm hearing that with the devil. So, maybe for a number of you, this is somebody also, yes, this is somebody possibly who realizes that they are sabotaging something where they say, I know I want that, but then I kind of go back on that and I, like, erase what I wrote, like, I really wanted, and then that fidgeting with that passion, okay, and where I really see my future is like not going to serve me down the line. So maybe this is someone with themselves, and it may not be a conscious, like, we're talking about this ultimatum, like hashing it out, but it's, possibly this point where they realize also that the hangman is at that point where somebody could be on an energetic level ready to step out of a space or kind of like, hey, like, well, they're getting to that point where they're like, I need to see like myself, and like, you're not allowing me to do this. So maybe they're just sensing the influence is just not, helpful anymore. And so at a certain point, the devil realizes that, and maybe there is that recognition of, well, what am I doing here? Okay, if I'm not going to acknowledge the passion, the presentation, I'm hearing also of it, mother wants to reverse, somebody is physically actually possibly not engaging with someone here. It's like somebody kind of realizes, oh shit, I'm going to lose the opportunity. That's really what it is with the devil. Sitting at the base of the Hierophant, it's kind of funny. Okay, and it's even, I will say it in this way, someone who's about to go on stage and like their coach is kind of like, they don't want to push them on stage for them. This energy came through in the Gemini reading so strongly. Also the Aries reading. Okay, you may want to check those readings out if you do feel guided, but it's like, I'm not gonna push you on stage, but like, it's kind of funny, it's a little ironic, like, I could tell you're like, you want to move on stage, but like, so, it is something like that, possibly with the Hierophant, and it just becomes so clear, it gets to that point where it's like, either I'm gonna do it or I'm not, it becomes so clear at this point of, either I'm going on stage or I'm not. and no one is going to be the one to tell them, hey, you got to go on stage now. It's like that. So with the Hangman and the Eight of Swords, I'm hearing gets to that point where it's like, either you're going to like love me the way that you love me, or you're not. Either this is you with you now. Either you're going to reach your potential with you, or you're not. So with the Devil and the Hangman, let's clear it. I'm hearing Sagittarius. Somebody's like hitting someone's voicemail. They're like, what the fuck? Where did he go? I'm hearing that as well. Where did they go? Wait, hello? They're like trying to get a hold of somebody here. Hangman, strength card. Hey, hello? It's like they're going onto their Facebook. They're like, are they still free? Are they still available? Why do they like suddenly have like no more time to talk to me? Like they used to always like kind of have like, you know, I'm hearing options for us to like connect. It's like somebody disappeared from social media or something like that. It's like, where did they go? I'm hearing that specifically. Four Cups in reverse. I'm hearing, hey, I'm in Fairfield. I'm hearing Fairfax. Somebody's like, they're moving. One second. With a Hangman and the Strength card, it's like you suddenly hear from them one day. It's like, oh hey, yeah, I'm not really like, yeah, where I used to be. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. Yeah, I have moved. Yeah, you're right. His versus like, have you, did you leave? It's like, yeah, I did. I freaking left. And guess what? I'm gonna leave again, even where I am right now. I'm gonna be, I'm continuously, I'm hearing transforming also my life, and that's the state that I'm living in right now. If you really want to know, if you care to know, like, yeah, where it's going, the answer is that it's constantly going to be changing. I'm hearing with the Hangman. So somebody is not going to be like as available as they were before, and that's just what it is. And maybe it's on an energetic level, right? There's a shift that's definitely taking place where someone says, maybe it's with themselves yet again, where they say, I'm not available to also treat myself like that. So I'm no longer going to be receptive to those types of thoughts, behaviors, actions, patterns. I'm hearing preconceived notions as well. There are things that I'm just not receptive to, and for a number of this is like conventional ideologies. So, and it might be religious where you say, I'm not going to have conversations about that any longer. I'm not interested in that. So I have to just put an end to that, and rather abruptly. So for a number of you, maybe it's someone wanting to make a point, okay? Now, for a number of you, let's clear it. I'm hearing we could have had it all. That song by Kygo. Somebody wants to like sing a song to someone like, man, like you're throwing away like everything we could have had, but then at a certain point they're just like, all right. Yeah, I'm hearing you had your chance, and that's just what it is. Okay, it's not us having had the opportunity. It gets to that point. Okay, with a Hangman and the Two of Swords and the Strength card. Yeah, let's just, why not throw her in as well? Mother Cups in reverse. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to be fixing the typos, okay, in your presentation for you. Like, I'm hearing that again. The Hangman and the High Priestess. Now, this is relentless energy, right? We're going round, but it's because I'm hearing for a number of you. This is somebody maybe, again, with themselves are about to really come out with something. Let's see what that's about. Let's pull one more card on the Devil right there. See the White Mercedes. Father Cups right there in reverse. Ooh, boy, the pressure's on. Pressure is on. Father Cups just landed on top of the Mother Cups. He knows, whoever this is, Devil, they know that this is a ride or die love. It is a yes I do sort of situation, or no I won't. I'm hearing have mashed potatoes with that gravy there. It's like, okay, like obviously we are in love with them, but I have to be ready to also bring that conversation to the table. So that's the point that it gets at with the Devil. Am I going to say what I really feel? No, really. Like, am I going to do what I really want to do? I'm hearing that, like, specifically. And it's not what the Devil wants to do. It's what we want to dance with in our hand as we dance away from that world that held us in the state of thinking of ourselves as the Devil. I'm hearing that as well. And I don't know what that's alluding to with the Devil, but it's like, you know, where is it that my past also does not define my future? I'm hearing that with the Devil. It's like this could be resembling an energy space, right? The Devil being associated with Saturnian energy, certain cycles, patterns, history. I don't need my past to own my future. I'm hearing that as well. My life. I don't need that to be the way I live my life. I'm hearing that as well with the Devil. So for a number of you, somebody's restructuring, reorienting the way that they see their future, the way they see their family. I'm hearing the family life, the history of their family. Okay, religion, history, all these things coming up for review. And we are in a very heavy cycle of Saturn having been retrograde, now in post-shadow retrograde. This will be clearing out towards, is it December actually? Well, we got, you know, a few things going clear in December, but a lot of planets will be clearing out in January. Actually March as well of 2021. So, you know, we got well, to say this way, that we've been moving through very long-term cycles, right, of retrogrades here, where retrogrades bring things up from the past, really clearing things out, you know, bringing them from the subconscious forth for us to really manifest with in a direct way, where we've been sort of acting almost like on autopilot, like sort of, unconsciously almost, like we're going to be taking that very discerning look at that area of our life and say, what do I really know, really, what do I want to do with this? And for a number of you, it's a solution that you feel you need to come to Father, Source, Universe. So somebody will be definitely trying to find words to describe something here with a hangman. Somebody's like going to be stepping out of a situation with a hangman. Like the hangman, I'm seeing specifically stepping out, kind of being like, hey, I'm not, you got it wrong. I'm not hanging out here. I'm seeing someone has a red Porsche. This is so specific. I'm seeing a red, like, racing car here. Someone's like, yeah, I had like enough. I'm hearing that as well, like, to talk about. I'm hearing with my parents. I'm hearing that as well about this. Like, someone feels embarrassed. Maybe, like, the family is observing the way this connection is going, and, like, they're just kind of embarrassed at this point. They're like, everyone thinks that, like, I have a crush on you, and, like, that you think I'm creepy, and, like, it's getting weird, and it's not working anymore. I'm hearing, like, this, like, either the dynamic changes or it doesn't, but I'm not saying they give that ultimatum, like, blatantly. It's more just, hey, I'm gonna tell you that, like, this system doesn't work for me. I don't feel like I'm growing. I'm hearing that specifically. And so, and, like, right as they reach the door, and they reach for the knob on it, this person, I'm hearing, slaps a deal on the desk and says, don't do that. I'm hearing that specifically. Don't go. Wait, no, where are you going? I'm hearing that with the Judgment card and the Hierophant. Okay. Oh, hi, whoa, yeah. Okay, you suddenly know me. I'm hearing that as well. Whoa. And this could be someone who just, like, could be with your career, okay? You were like, they don't think I'm good enough, whatever, it's fine. So you go off, start your own business, blah, blah, and, like, they come running back around the mountain here. Okay, let's pull a card here for each of the days. December 1st, the Father one. This is somebody who you know very well. Something very obvious. This energy is very obvious. For a number of you, it's like, what is he doing? Who does he think he is? What is going on? Like, and it's like, this is somebody who, again, ignoring someone, maybe acting kind of like, I don't see you, okay? Maybe they even see them in public. It's like, you're gonna literally, like, pass me up in the aisle like that and not say anything? Okay, that's another level of, like, I'm hearing, who's he? I need to forget your name back. I'm hearing that as well a little bit there. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Third, we have the Son of Wands reverse. Fourth is a 2 Wands. Right, someone's like acting like they're not here. It's like, sorry, that doesn't work with me. Hangman coming through right there. Somebody's like very psychic, very intuitive. Don't try to play in another play, okay, but with the same character. Yeah, no, don't. I'm hearing in that way, like, with a hangman. Like, they hang out, I'm hearing, in your head a little too often for that. In other words, they can read your mind, they can read your thoughts, they know when you feel guilty about something. I'm hearing that as well. And they don't kind of, like, just pick grapes and throw them around and say, okay, well, that's good news. Anything else, like, you have for me? I'm hearing that with the Secretary. This is the Hangman, the Death card. This person has maybe even a contact here. They have information. They could also be working with the Akashic Records. They're very psychic. Do not fuck with them, is what I'm hearing. I know we just gotta say that. I don't know who's watching. I don't know who's watching for who and for what. But we have so many viewers, I don't know what exactly it may mean for everyone, right? But at a certain point, this is like and this energy came through very strongly in the Scorpio reading. If it's like someone's thinking, oh, like she's just like, Velcro, like either I'm like with her and then I'm not, and then like when I'm not, then I'm like, I'm kind of like vroom, vroom, like revving my engine here and like it's like, yeah, no. They're not like Velcro. It's not so black and white. It's not so like, I'm here, I'm not. I feel you even when we're not together, so don't fuck with me. I'm here again with the Mother Wands reverse. This might not actually be this person coming through and saying that. It could actually be someone else. It could also just be karma. Plain old the universe. Plain old universe just dialing you up, baby, and being like, hey, it's like that, it's really like that moment where you feel like, I'm not gonna get caught, and then like something so serendipitous happens, okay? Where it's like the universe is trying to kind of show you like, hey, you don't cut cookies like that. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah. Oh, he's gonna try to eat the cookie now. Okay, the one that he cut up like a crumbly, I'm hearing carpet cleaning, business card. I don't know. Somebody has like a fake ID, fake name, blah, blah, whatever this is. I don't know what that's linked to for a number of you, but it's like, at a certain point, it's like, yeah, that's not, I'm hearing Carpe Diem, like, I don't know, it has some kind of tagline on it. It's like, this is just like not, it's even like on their social media profile. It's like, yeah, no. I can see how he's like, obviously. I'm hearing also carrying a huge load on his back, like it's obvious this person is very, again, psychic. The Fool, diagonal to the High Priestess. The High Priestess looking over, boomeranging at the Hangman, mirroring the Moon and the Death card here, actually knighting the High Priestess and knighting the Fool. Do not mess with this person. Mother Cups in reverse with the High Priestess. Right? Okay, they really have, they have their eyes, I'm hearing, actually all around you. It is time to get scared. This is I'm seeing a pumpkin here, Halloween. Someone's like, They could be a Scorpio. One second. I'm hearing, hold the phone. I'm hearing, she's following me. I'm hearing that as well. That maybe this person actually shows up at very, very particular moments. 10 of Pentacles, oh my god. It is a very big deal. This is a moment where the door is, again, sitting there, and it's almost like, I'm seeing the door like vibrates. It's like someone's looking at this opportunity like, either I'm gonna say it or I'm gonna like have to just like, I'm hearing go to hell. What does that allude to? Let's clear that. Let's clear that again. Somebody feels guilty about something. They're like, I gotta come out and say it. Hey, I'm hearing bear. The bear keeps the honey. I'm hearing in where it ought to rest. I don't know. I'm hearing in the nest. Somebody was like hiding something. One second. This is like about someone's family. Let's clear it. Raccoon. You have everything you need. Look at this card with the Son of Pentacles in the second week of December. There's something that it's like something related to their family. Horse, trust your feeling. Coyote, learn from your mistakes. Maybe even someone sees something, they observe someone in a certain way, they're like, hey, maybe they even have a premonition or a vision, they're like, hey, maybe even a dream, they're like, I saw you like at the store, you were like shoplifting. I'm hearing those words, clear it. Whatever this is, I don't know what this will mean for everyone, but it's like, yeah, the universe is awake. Did you think that we were all sleeping? Like we're all conscious on some level of also each other and what we are all doing. So if you think that you're doing something and you're not going to get caught, you need a new number. Don't call me back from that one because it is obviously associated with your name and this is embarrassing for you. Like, I don't want you to, at the end of your life, I'm hearing as well, time, feel that you needed to really make up for this. I'm hearing in the next, like, this is something where someone's like, I don't want it to be like irreparable, where you cannot make a comeback from this behavior. I'm hearing as well, for a number of you, it might be something related to something like legal, hopefully not, but I'm hearing like incarceration with the Son of Pentacles and the Son of Swords. Like, don't do something where like, you know, even like you're gonna be, you know, but this is for a number of you, someone who's like, do not lie to me. If you, no, it's really like that. If you lie one time, that's it. I throw the whole, I'm hearing, past out the window. It doesn't matter, or good times, bad times, or so-so times. If you lie to me once, you are considered a liar. You are still a liar. Okay, it's like that. Okay, like it's really like that. One lie in the past, and you are still a liar to me. I'm hearing that with the High Priest upright, the Death Right, and that's on an energetic level. It may be like in the way of saying, you know, if that is where you're at on a spiritual level where you cannot be honest with your, I'm hearing, with your higher self, then that tells me that you're not on terms with your I'm hearing I'm hearing your best announcement. Somebody, yeah, this is a light, this is a, oh yeah, so this is draining. I'm not gonna lie, this is very, very challenging, but Virgo, it's actually good. I'm feeling some pressure on the heart chakra on the left side. What is challenging about this is where you say, I'm no longer chasing them down the hall of their life. I have to turn it back into me. I have to turn back on myself and say, hey, I love you. And that comes first. Okay? I know who you are and I connect with you first before I, you know, let's clear it. So, because there has been a connection possibly for a number of you that has been possibly kind of having this influence where you said, well, you know, just being in the situation makes me, like, I'm looking at myself differently. Let's clear it. Buffalo, be thankful for all you have, and the ladybug, notice little things. The turtle has come through in reverse, take your time. Right of the Justice card in reverse at the end of the month. For a number of you, there is somebody who does not want to let this go, and we're just gonna we're gonna have to get real with that. Okay, as well. It's like, there is not really maybe a clear-cut decision here as someone feels it. They maybe are coming through being like, hey, no. I'm seeing a really big bird here flying up. You know, they're under pressure, they are, okay? They know that they're about to lose you. They do know that, they feel that, they can see it on some level or another, okay? That this is a cycle of what you need as well at play and coming forward. They're not, like, stupid. I'm hearing that as well with the Son of Pentacles. They realize that maybe the negotiation has not been fair. I'm hearing that as well. With the Justice card in reverse and the Son of Pentacles upright, possibly on some level, not to say that it's in a malicious way, but in the way to say that they do feel like they have more to say and that they have not said. Okay, in the way that also maybe they needed to, or to the extent that they needed to. So for a number of you, this person was also like kind of chasing their words down. I'm hearing a little bit of the Son of Pentacles. Like they were chasing their words down. One second, they were chasing it down. Okay, now what I'm getting as well though for number of you is that there is an ultimatum possibly at the end of the month. Somebody comes to a point where they're like, I can't do this anymore, and it could be you with you, a certain even pattern of thinking. You're just like, I'm done with the psychology. At the end of the month of December, on the 29th, the 30th, the 31st especially, I'm hearing you will feel 30 years younger, Virgo. You will have, I'm hearing, a vacation. I'm hearing that takes place in your mind because there's something that you let go of. And the act of letting go of this endless conversation, I'm hearing that ultimately with the Justice card in reverse, let's clear it and ground, like, is what brings you to this point to say, I breathe new life into my life. I'm hearing that, like, specifically. And it's up to me to do that. So with the Fool here at the center of this week with the Son of Cups, it could be in the way of saying, like, you made your point clear, and now you're watching the behavior shift in relation to that. So it's your words, it's the way you talk about, the way you communicate your life values that has shifted and changed, altered and affected, impacted, influenced the way people treat you. I'm hearing that as well. And you see that happening before your very eyes at the end of this month. I'm hearing Leo learns his lesson, don't worry. Okay, I'm hearing Libra too. I'm hearing it in that way. That's not your problem. Okay, whether or not the stickers are still sticky, that's also not your problem. Okay, how long it takes for them to learn their lessons, that's not your problem. It is your problem if you make it your problem. That's the only thing that possibly for a number of you finally make peace with at the end again of the month with the Fool and the Son of Cups. The Son of Swords leads out upright with a mighty pat on the back for you. I'm hearing, don't be scared of what Sagittarius says. I'm hearing that as well. Don't be scared of what you made clear to them. Don't look back at that voice message, okay? You said it for a reason. You said it the way you felt it. Don't feel sorry for your truth. I'm hearing that's told through time. Okay, Virgo. Now let me see anything else coming through right before we tune it out. With the Son of Swords upright, let's clear it. Yeah, no, I'm hearing it was just time. I needed to, take my hat off, and this came through the Leo read, and just kind of like, just brush my hair back. Like, it's as simple as that, it's like, I needed time for myself. I'm hearing that as well. Let's clear it. But there is something that possibly for a number of you, it's like someone's trying to get a hold of you, you're like not available anymore. This is specifically around the end of the second week. The third week, someone's really, really wondering. Fourth week, at the end of the fourth week, it's like this person shows up. They're like, yeah, where's my shirt? I'm hearing that, like, did you, like, throw my shirt away? I'm hearing that, like, specifically, like, maybe they feel like, did you block me? I'm hearing that as well. Son of Swords upright, Justice in reverse, High Priestess upright, the Fool upright. I'm hearing the janitor has it should be in the closet. I'm hearing that this is, like, a metaphor. This is, like, symbolic with the High Priestess upright. Son of Cups upright, the Fool upright. Well, okay, you're kind of, like, over it, aren't you? I'm hearing that as well. This person is, like, maybe they just feel that. Is on an energetic level. They just feel that this person is no longer, like, also for sale. I'm hearing that, like, they kind of took something down off the internet. Like, why do they just disappear like that? Like, they're kind of wired differently like they usually are. So it's a shift in behavior that is actually really, really shocking here with the High Priestess at that third week. It's just kind of, like, unexpected. Like, maybe this person was like, whoa, like, why are they no longer, like, it's like they used to always, like, message me back and, like, run after me and, like, say, hey, like, roomy poetry, like, here I brought you this book, here I brought you this, like, this Letterman jacket, here, there, like, I'm no longer offering you anything also of my personal time now, and that you are feeling. I'm like, yeah, you're right, the High Priestess, let's clear it. Like, so someone is, like, thinking, is this really what's happening? And maybe they're feeling that shift, but let's clear it. They're kind of, it's while they're someone's shaving, it could be symbolic, but they're having a realization. It's like looking in the mirror, they're like, suddenly they realize, oh my god, it's over. I'm hearing that as well, like, she hasn't texted me back. I'm hearing that, like, specifically. They have, like, a moment in the bathroom stall. They're like, she hid her boobs from me on the camera. I'm hearing that as well. Like, they're no longer, like, showing them their chest. I'm hearing that, like, and it can be on a symbolic level where it's like they're not being vulnerable with me anymore. Like, I can just tell they're not into the conversation as they were in the past. Elephant in reverse, you can overcome any problem in reverse. Like, now for a number of you, this is an elephant in the room that is growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and like it's not obvious by way of like where it stands in the room in relation to us in it, but in terms of the air, we feel like the air is no longer as light as it was in the past. So maybe for a number of you, someone just feels this tension growing. They're like, hey, I think we need to talk about this. Like, you know, why did you hit the toilet bowl like that? Like, it was like a chime. I'm hearing that. Like, someone was like kind of making a comment that was like, I'm so happy that like we're gonna have time apart. Like, it's like something like that. Like, okay, so wait. So, and then they started reading into that. Like, let's clear it. Yeah, there's something about a comment that someone made. It was even like on social media or something. Maybe they sent them like a little letter. I'm hearing that as well with the High Priestess. And it kind of like indirectly, well, it had a message in it. It was kind of scary, to be honest, with the Son of Pentacles, like looking at the High Priestess, like, did she just say that? I'm hearing that like specific. Did she just write that? I'm hearing that as well. This is in the, yeah, no, okay. With the Deer right over the Be Kind Yourself and Others, the High Priestess, there is maybe a little bit of this lesson that we're finding, you know, is real. Really, really real. I'm hearing that. Like, you know, treat others the way you want to be treated. Like, at a certain point, someone maybe just has a realization, they're like, whoa, like, is this how she felt? Whoa, is that how they felt? Like, you know, maybe I need to see, you know, there is something, for a number of you, someone like, they see something, okay? They have that point where they also say to themselves possibly, I need to see her. I'm here. I need to also say it clearly. So for a number of you, this has to do with maybe something that someone said that they would like to also find healing with. Love and light to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you soon.